Hello, Glitch Reaper here again, and I am back on the D&D Crusader mod pack side of things. So I'm at the D&D part. For one thing, I think I need to get this part lips always happens. For one thing, I think I need to get this part caught up with the other at least a bit, and for another, I ran into an issue on the other side of things that I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm going to deal with. I'm kind of discussing it over, and I think I have a plan, but till I'm ready to do that, I'm definitely going to be getting caught up over here and doing some serious questing. Now, the thing is that I do have some iron now, partially because I went mining. I've developed a little mine that's nearby, barely nearby, actually. Thing is, that area where the animals were having a party, I've got a little mine shaft going over here. It's a slant mine, so it kind of goes diagonally downward. Thing is, I kind of found a serious ravine. I just kept going, aiming for bedrock, and a large ravine. A pretty big one, too. It's actually rather impressive. I will be going down there briefly because I also need some lava. And that has to do with over here, because I got myself a smeltery ready. As you can see, I kind of use these to brace for doing the side supports here for the structure. It doesn't necessarily have to be like this, even in 1.7.10. It is more freeform later on, but I decided to go lips. Why me lips? Anyhow, I decided to go semi-classic. It took about 2 stacks of grout, and I'll show that really briefly because I do have a little left over for my seared brick, in case you don't remember how to tinker. Although I'm pretty sure a lot of people have because it's so darn popular and modded. But just in case, I will go over a few things involved. Let me see here. Now, I think I should go over some of the basics first real quick. And what that means. It's really, because the mod pack, I had an offline moment in the mod pack for the first time. I didn't realize that Technic would actually let me do that. I thought it was kind of forbidding it. But then it actually worked, but then it had a few weird technicalities. In fact, I should probably show that too. Special note, if this mod pack goes offline for any reason, and decides to let you play offline, it might not fully synchronize what you've done because I got an extra crystal ball. I know everybody's seen me actually use that before, so it's not like this is the first one. It is like duplicated, like it showed up in my inventory because I was playing offline. I may or may not use that for something I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Maybe later, but for now, I just saying it's there. It's there for some odd reason. It's there. I seriously don't know why it's there that way. You'd think it would sync your information offline, just saying, well, this is for just in case you go offline. But no, just get it caught up later. But it's not doing it, so sorry. But yes, I was gonna show some of the early things you do is you make these stencils, and they're used for creating some of the beginning blocks you'll be needing for tinkers. You just need sticks and planks to get your stencils, and these are the blank ones. And you'll need one and a plank to get your stencil table. What? This dry weather and me is not getting along. A part crafter is with a log. Pattern chest is with a chest. A tool station is with a crafting table. Now, this is something really expensive I'm going to be trying to work on later, although probably even now a bit, because I have some iron ore. And I need to melt it down because this is so much iron here that even doubled, it will take a huge chunk out of my iron. As for these, that has to do with those seared bricks I was mentioning. I have a few drying racks over there. Been turning, they're very useful for turning things into jerky, as well as also doing a few other things that will probably show up later. I have spotted ore berries. Ore berries will give you these little ore berries. The ore berry bush will give you the berry, actually, and you can just click on it, or whenever you try harvesting it, it'll give you any that it has. But the thing is, they grow in the dark, and deep down in that mine in the ravine, I've spotted some for aluminum. That will be very useful. Oh, a lot of mod packs add aluminum, or a lot of mods add aluminum, actually. Some of these things I won't be getting into anytime soon, although these punji sticks are theoretically something that might help. I mean, I do have a lot of sugarcane. I'm just trying to figure out if they will destroy... I'm going to have to check and see if they destroy items or not, so if I get like an extra item or something that I don't really mind getting rid of, I might just throw it on and see if it destroys it. Okay, so that's some of those basics, but the big thing is grout. Now, there's actually a couple ways to form grout. You don't have to use this recipe. You can use a full block of clay, and about 4 sand and 4 gravel is a convenience recipe, and it gives you about 8 grout at once. So you can basically multiply this by 4. Every time you cook a grout, you get a seared brick. Seared bricks are used in making the seared bricks that you saw as part of the structure over there, as well as some more important things. As happened in my mod pack, and will happen anytime you have tinkers for that matter, sometimes you'll find a village that has a pre-made smeltery set up, but it will never have the components that are the most important. It'll usually have bricks, it'll have maybe casting tables and casting basins, which are useful for like pouring stuff out into various shapes, but it will not have the smeltery controller or the seared tank, which is very important. The smeltery controller is what you click on to actually do stuff with it, like put stuff in and out. So it's basically how it works with this inventory. Now, that's just a convenient book recipe. And this is going with modifiers. Might do more of those later. But for right now, I don't really need to. I do believe this will probably explain things. But I think the next one explains these a bit better. I'll just go with this. I'll just click here. But yeah, as I was going to explain through those, you have a couple of options to hold lava for fuel. You have the seared tank and seared glass. Now, seared tank uses less glass, but it uses more seared bricks. I went with that option partially because I'm not entirely sure if you can really initiate with that or if it just adds to. Like, you just add on more and you get more capacity. Because that is one thing, as you add more of these, you'll get more capacity for lava. So that really helps you just store a lot of fuel. Seared faucets, you need to pour stuff out. So that's very important. You need to click on those later. It has a nice little animation. Seared windows, again, I think this just adds to your capacity. I don't know if it can initiate it. Casting channels I probably won't need to use, and the seared bricks are just the bulk of it. But as you can see, you can also use them just as a brick to make molds. So if you happen to have one to spare, you can do it that way. I'll probably wind up having a different kind of brick first. Ah, it's night. Excellent. Interesting fact, they have a mod called levels in here, and I forgot about that, so whenever my weapons started leveling up, not really using up much durability, and getting special abilities, I was surprised because they were not tinkered tools. Like this one here, this is just a stone spear, but check out these abilities. It has poison and void. What poison does is there's a chance to poison your enemy when you hit them with it. What void does is there's a chance to instantly kill your enemy when you hit them with it. So, yeah, that wound up being interesting. This was just a wooden sword I was just using to whack stuff with, because I thought, yeah, it'll wear out real quickly. I'm just going to use it. But no, it decided that it's going to not use much durability past the first point and give me strength and bloodlust. Strength may boost my strength, and bloodlust, I think, will cause your enemies to take more damage. I haven't even needed to use this yet because between my weaponry skills and those things leveling up, I've been doing fairly good. So, yeah, that's actually pretty nice. Now, I'm not sure why it stays hovering off on only 1 point of durability lost. I don't know if that's part of how the mod works, because I know NBT data and things like that, it may actually use that to coordinate itself. I can see why. Now, this stone spear is a decent one. It's from Lord of the Rings, but it has some good reach, sort of like the ones from Battle Gear 2. Right now, I'm kind of hunting enemies, because this area has been sieged by zombies so often. I mean, seriously, it's like we have a zombie problem. Also, a fair amount of Endermen. I've defeated a few. Did not get Ender Pearls from them, but I did get Ender Pearls. because sometimes if you have Mind Fantasy 2, enemies will drop loot bags. Hey, dragons, don't you normally show up more during the day? Why is it not locking onto you? There you go. Oh, case in point. Okay, that was intense. It's my third dragon so far, actually. Defeated 2 others earlier. Gosh. Why does it have a hard time locking onto them? Did they really move that fast? I mean, it could be. I mean, he was pretty darn quick. Also, if you beat a boss rather than just a regular hostile mob, you will get more valuable loot. Although, you can get valuable loot from regular hostiles too, it's just less of a chance. With bosses, it's like guaranteed. Now those miniature yellow hearts, like the one I got here, you'll usually get them from boss creatures. Anything designated with a boss health bar will count usually. And that means these dragons really come in handy for them. They are used later for some very seriously cool stuff. Like, you can get these heart canisters that permanently increase your health as long as they're equipped. You can also downgrade them to miniature red hearts. Now, these are actually a second tier. You need, I think I hear zombies, that I'll need to whack. These are like a second tier, so you need to get like the ones related to these first. And these take some special materials, including some diamonds on an apple, a special bone that you can get from wither skeletons, one of the miniature yellow hearts, and these empty canisters, which require a decent amount of aluminum, if I remember. Yeah, it's aluminum. And looks like tin can also work. That's nice. Thank you for being Ord Dictionary compatible. But since I've been hearing a zombie going around, I need to take care of that. By the way, be careful when using these spears from Lord of the Rings, because they're thrown rather than block. That's their special ability, so yeah. Thank you for your stuff. I am appreciating your contribution. How did you even get in there? You dared to beat up that poor defenseless... Oh my goodness. This place was doing so well with its defenses until you showed up. Did you... Oh, you succeeded. But how am I going to get out of here? I think that's the problem. I think they accidentally got themselves in. Can I grab that? Did I grab that? Yes, I grabbed the emerald. I think they dropped it due to botania, a process called natural shedding. Various creatures... Man, my lips are bad today. Maybe I need to take a break and get some water. Something I need to be mindful of more, again. But I got some different things with my setup, so it's made it kind of a little tricky around here for me to get everything together, but I'll work it out. I'll figure out a way. Maybe we'll just move a few things around, but right now I just literally can't reach for that water. Stuff happens. I've been defending the village and getting good stuff, but unfortunately, we've had some incidents. Do you have emeralds to give to me? So I was saying natural shedding is the ability in Botania of various creatures to give off various items over time, somewhat randomly, might I add. Things like chickens granting feathers. Even hostiles will drop some things, so I guess you could make some permanent just to have them let you farm it for them. Like, for example, skeletons will drop bones or bone meal. I think it's usually bones. Squids will drop additional ink sacs around, so if you see some floating around underwater, sometimes it's not because a squid died, but because they were just there. So if you're wondering why things drop stuff sometimes while you're playing Botania, that is a part of how it works. Just a little extra thing that has nothing to do with the main theme of the mod, but it comes in handy for it, if you need supplies. Right now my supplies are provided by zombies getting whacked. Of course I look scary, kid. I just defeated dragons and stuff. Oh, oh, you're spooked. I wonder what mod it is that makes enemies scared whenever they're continuously taking damage. Whatever it is, it's working out well. It's going in my favor, because as soon as I hit them with something like fire or poison, they start running. Oops, I ran right into that. Ooh, air combo. Swept you right out. There's a lot of stuff going around here. Any more? Any more? I'm defending the village. I'm your village defense service. Yes, yes, I'm security now. Kind of. You did have, like, an extra job opportunity for a guard, right? I know you have a few, but you could always use a few more, so I guess that's the reason why you posted that. So, I know, I understand people. It's like they're always looking for more police officers, you know? Going, yeah, we need some more enforcement, help! Aw, you got a kid. So they do that naturally. Nice. These guys are so into doors. I mean, I know that, but still. It's kind of wow, did I just get a random diamond sword? I didn't even know if he was holding that whenever I whacked him. I hit him so quickly. It's like, just goodbye! Then drops a sword. Yeah, and that's a full durability? Okay, that's new. Usually when they have equip drops, it's partially damaged. I had that happen earlier with a skeleton dropping a bow. I thought it was kind of a fluke, but I guess not. Well, score 1 for awesomeness there. Okay. I've sorted my chest a little bit, but admittedly there's some things I could still sort around later. Ping. Thank you. I have more than enough of that to start some more things with magical crops. Yeah, I could do that. But I do have some other important matters. Uh-oh, need to drink. This brings me to another subject. Okay, where's my knife? There we go. Well, actually I should probably use this first. Loot! Never gives it right to that slot. 7 iron, a lapis, one of these repair kits. Nice. I'm not entirely oops, too fast on the button. Not entirely sure how to use these repair kits. I could give it a try, because I have got a few drops from enemies that are damaged. Like this iron war axe, and this iron dagger. I tend to get the advanced repair kits from the valuable loot and the basic ones otherwise. Now, do I just craft this together? Uh-oh.